A24 is a studio that realistically you probably either really, really like or you probably really, really dislike. Or you're in my shoes, where you're mixed and it doesn't matter. Maybe you've seen all of their movies. Maybe you've seen 2 or 3. Maybe you saw that one that was really, really weird or something and you decided, I'm not gonna watch anymore. Well, see, I personally, and we'll see how I feel about this list, I have personally seen around 10% of A24's whole filmography. 10%. I could have sworn that I had seen more than that. But alas, I was wrong. The game plan is to go through, collect every A24 movie I've ever seen into one list, and then rank them. Without further ado, it is time. I have an awesome list by this very awesome person right here that has every single A24 movie in it. So we're going to go through all of these. We're going to look at the ones that I've seen, and we're going to add them to this list right here. So we need to edit this list. So pretty much, I did not know that A24 made any of these movies up to this point right here. Ex Machina. I did in fact know that they made Ex Machina, and I have seen Ex Machina. We are going to add that to the list. As of right now, I am literally just trying to get things in this list. I am not trying to order them yet. I am literally just getting them into the list. It's the first one I've seen for a while, actually. They made Aladdin, I think this is 2015. The Witch, I've seen that. Despite the fact that I feel like I've seen Green Room, I have not, I don't think. Yeah, there's a dadgum gap here. I want to see First Reformed as well, because I hear that's really, really good. Have not seen Hereditary. A slight gap, guys. No big deal, no big deal. Ah, The Lighthouse. Finally one I've seen. Oh, and I would like to clarify, by the way, that if you're watching this right now, I gotta get the big face cam for this. If you're watching this right now, something, probably my opinion on Robert Eggers, is going to annoy you. You are not going to agree with me, most likely. Let's continue. Oh, they made the Val Kilmer documentary? Interesting. I want to see The Green Knight as well, because I've heard that that's very good. Oh, finally another one. Boop. Okay. I am realizing that this is stinking. This is going to be a lot shorter of a video than I thought of. Dream Scenario. Finally found one. Okay. Oh, now we're getting into the ones I've seen. The Zone of Interest. Ah, The Iron Claw. Civil War. Civil War. A Different Man. A Different Man. Good. We Live in Time. We Live in Time. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry for my internet. It's truly terrible. I shouldn't have to tolerate it, but here we are. This is my cross to bear. Heretic. Speaking of cross to bear, have seen Y2K. Have seen that horrible movie. That's going at the bottom of the list. Ah, here we are. Death of a Unicorn. Okay. I've also seen Warfare. And to top it all off, I've seen Materialists. Okay. So that's it with this list, because I think Sorry Baby is out, but the rest of these are not. And I actually want to add Eddington to my watch list. There's the list. Okay, alright. There's the stinking list. We've crafted all of the movies here that I have seen. This is every A24 movie that I have seen. Now, we need to edit this list. So without further ado, let's make some stinking drastic changes. Dream Scenario, I know for a fact belongs towards the bottom. So does Y2K. So does We Live in Time. So does A Different Man, but not quite as much. The Lighthouse belongs near the bottom. I said we were gonna stinking disagree with some things, okay? I said we... And, Everything Everywhere All at Once, get that crap more towards the bottom. Which of these... Now, I'm not literally... Because it would be boring if I stinking did that. But we're not going to literally go by just star rating, because if we went by just star rating, Warfare would have to be at the top. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, Warfare was very, very good. It does not belong at the top of this list, if memory is serving me correctly, for a couple reasons that one movie deserves to be at the top of this list. I think it's the best A24 movie, that it is a profoundly impactful movie. I think you could watch the movie at a lot of different stages of life and get a lot out of it. It is a tragic film. Absolutely tragic. But I believe the Iron Claw deserved to be at number 1. Why'd it go to number 2? I think the Iron Claw needs to be at the top. Because I think, cinematically speaking, it is a superbly impressive film. Just wildly impressive. TCAS 8, entertainment, enjoyment. There's gotta be one that I enjoyed more than that. It feels wrong. It feels like 7.5 should not at all be what my stinking highest rated thing is. I mean, to be fair, looking back on it now, it definitely deserves a lot. It deserves a lot higher than I gave it. All right, we're gonna tentatively. I'm gonna place the top 3 right now of my favorite A24 films. Tentatively speaking, I think those are my top 3. Let's move on. That's not necessarily in order of what they are, but let's move on slightly. Let's place the rest of them. What's my next 3? My next 3, I'm just going to be perfectly honest, I kind of like the way these all fell. But the question is, materialists. Did it deserve higher? And this is my own personal opinion, to be fair. What can I say? That's what I think. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. Did I enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once more than Death of a Unicorn? No. Did I enjoy Death of a Unicorn more than Zone of Interest? We're gonna go by enjoyment. No, we're gonna go by overall rating. I lied. We're gonna go by overall rating. Golly, this is hard. This is really difficult. I'm just gonna do it. I don't think Iron Claw deserves the number 1 spot. I think Materialists was better. I really do. The question, the big question is, do I feel good about this list? Heretic at 1, Warfare, Iron Claw, Materialists, Ex Machina. I do think Ex Machina was better than Civil War. I think Zone of Interest was more compelling than Death of a Unicorn. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. Everything Everywhere All at Once deserves to be that low. It's definitely better than all of these, for sure. Let's mess with this, I guess. Y2K is definitely the worst of any of the ones that I've seen. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think The Dream Scenario is worse than The Witch. I think it's worse than The Lighthouse as well, to be perfectly honest. I think We Live in Time deserves to be there. Nah, We Live in Time above Dream Scenario. Because at least We Live in Time made sense, and Dream Scenario was just idea after idea, not well executed, in my opinion. The Witch or The Lighthouse, which one goes higher? I know that this is before I had my TCAS system. A lot of these, to be fair, before I had my TCAS system and my entertainment enjoyment broken up. Because, like, I think The Witch obviously would have been like a TCAS of 9 or probably 10. But entertainment enjoyment of real low. I just really, really didn't like that movie. Lighthouse, same way. Cinematically, very, very impressive. But personal enjoyment-wise, I didn't care for either of them, which is why it's so low. But I just think from a pure story perspective, this is by far and away the worst, followed closely by this. But the question is, does We Live in Time go above The Lighthouse? I don't think it does. I was compelled by the ending of The Lighthouse. But The Witch was more compelling. It was like Among Us, A Different Man. Is The Witch above or below A Different Man? I think The Witch is above by ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. I mean, ekes out the victory. The question is Everything Everywhere All at Once better than Death of a Unicorn? I don't think it is. I know a lot of people are gonna be probably stinking mad about that, but that's my own thoughts. The Witch definitely gets curb stomped in terms of enjoyment by Everything Everywhere All at Once. I say we leave that. I feel good about 9 through 15. I think all of those ratings are very good. I think 9 through 15 we have locked. I think we need to focus on these top 8 now a little. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Civil War over Ex Machina. I think Materialists ekes that out. Materialists over Ironclaw? No. No. Alright. We have everything whittled down but the top 3. I really need to lock in and think about this. Because, on one hand, from a pure enjoyment standpoint alone, Ironclaw goes above Warfare. But, from everything considered, from my TCAS scale considered, that puts Warfare at 2. If we were going just by TCAS alone, purely, Warfare would be number 1. So I think we have to break... but the problem, the reason I'm struggling so hard to rate these is because if we're going by pure enjoyment, we go Heretic, Ironclaw, Warfare. If we're going by everything combined overall, it would be Warfare, Heretic, Ironclaw. If we're going by just cinema scale, it would be Warfare, Heretic, Ironclaw. If we're going by how I feel about the movies, Heretic is number 1. And so that's what we're going with. I think it accurately reflects what I truly think about these movies. Because, see, in the back of my head, I'm Warfare, I'm seeing the 5-star under Warfare, and I'm like, clearly that's the best A24 movie. I don't think it is. Or of the movies, of the A24 films that I have seen, I think Heretic ekes it out just slightly more over Warfare. Because, simply put, Heretic was more enjoyable. That's my list. There's some really mad people. There's some really, really mad people listening to this right now. Let's review the tapes. I've seen 15 A24 films. At number 15, we have Y2K. At number 14, we have Dream Scenario. At number 13, we have We Live in Time. At number 12, we have The Lighthouse. At number 11, we have A Different Man. At number 10, we have The Witch. I did not think The Witch was going to crack top 10, but that is not an accurate reflection of how I feel about the movie right now, at least. Everything Everywhere All at Once at the 9 slot. Death of a Unicorn at the 8th slot, simply because I enjoyed it more. Yeah, it was not as cinematically sound of a movie. I think it did just as much for me personally, and I enjoyed it a lot more. Zone of Interest, 7. Very, very compelling movie. Did not enjoy it at all. Did not enjoy it at all, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Ex Machina at the 6th slot. Civil War at the 5. Civil War did crack top 5. I thought it would be a little higher, but upon looking at all 4 of these movies, I'm like, man, I would rather own those than Civil War. Which is funny, because I only own 2 of them. Civil War at the 5 slot. Materialists at the 4 slot. Ironclaw at 3. Warfare at 2. Heretic at 1. There's my list, man. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I think my most contentious placing. I'm going to give you 4 predictions right now about what I think commenters are going to say, and we're going to see if I'm right. People have already fussed that The Lighthouse is this low. People have fussed that The Witch is too low. Most people, in terms of A24, think that both of these should be top 5. I don't feel that way. Everything Everywhere All at Once should be a lot higher, according to most people. Unfortunately, Gen Z has a really interesting taste in films. Death of a Unicorn deserves to be lower. That's a throwaway prediction. And people do not think Heretic should be that high. I expect to catch some flack for this list. I don't expect a lot of people will like this list. But it's how I personally feel about the films. And it's a lot of factors considered. It's the cinema scale. It's my enjoyment of the movies. It's so many different factors. But the most important thing is that it's my list. And you can't take that away from me. You can't bully me into moving things up higher. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a comment about what I thought out of these 15 movies. How would you make this list? And thank you all so much for watching. Until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye!